That's a very odd-looking object,
said Oscar the otter. Oscar was a very curious otter, so he swam on top of the clear blue ocean toward the odd floating object.
My name is Oscar the otter. I swim the ocean blue, turning over and over under the water. It's my favorite thing to do. Oh, hello. Who are you?
My name is Olive Ostrich, and I've been stuck floating in this dinghy for over 2 days.
Dinghy?
Yes, dinghy. This orange oval thing I'm sitting in, you silly otter.
Oh, yes. So that's what it is. Now, how did you get stuck way out here?
Well, Mr. Otter, I must say my curiosity always gets the better of me. When I saw this dinghy, I was curious to see if it would float with me in it. So into the dinghy I stepped, and the next thing I knew, I started drifting away from Oceanfront Zoo. Oh, curiosity is such a terrible thing to have, Mr. Otter. Had I not been so curious about this dinghy, I never would have got myself into so much trouble.
I don't think curiosity is such a terrible thing, Olive.
You don't?
No, of course not. Now hang on. We've got a long ride back. Poor Olive Ostrich was adrift on the ocean blue, but luckily my curiosity came to Olive O's rescue.
Happy Tuesday, owls, on O-Day. Owls, O-Day. All right, before we talk about that, let's do the date for today. Let's see. Yesterday was Monday, May 18th, so today must be May 19th. So here it is, May 19th. And if you remember, we've been doing it a lot. What number does May stand for? Stands for 5 because it's the 5th month. January, February, March, April, May. So let's get that 5 written. It is the 19th day. We just said that. And it is 2020, but we're only going to write the number 20. So there it is, May 19th, 2020, Tuesday. All right, let's get our cubes up there. New day, new cube. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. I'm looking in there. I can already see 3. 3 plus 1 more should be 4. So we have 4 cubes. Didn't even need to count them. 4 cubes, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10 rods and 100 flat. So we've got the number 100. Same thing. 6 10 rods is the number 60, plus the 4 cubes is the number 4. 100 plus 60 plus 4 equals, are you ready? 164. There it is. It is the 164th day of kindergarten. I mean, it's just flying by. Can't believe it. So, it is the letter O day. Let's talk about some words that teacher Stacy thinks of when she thinks of the letter O. Now, remember, O is a vowel. A, E, I, O, and U. We haven't gotten there yet. So it's got 2 sounds. It's got ah, short O, and it's got O, long O. And then, of course, there's just those funny words that start with O, but they're not ah and they're not O words. So, of course, the first thing I think of, I'm sure you all know it, yes, it is an owl. Owl is a little different because it starts with an O. But it's an O-W word because when you put an O and a W together, it says ow. I know. More rules to think of and learn. Anyways, there it is. Owl. Owl. So I, of course, think of owls on O-Day. But some short O sounds. Of course, the coolest animal is octopus. Octopus. There it is. There it is, the spelling. Oct-o-pus. Get all those sounds you hear, write them down. I see a lot of friends spelling out their words, writing those sounds they hear. I'm so impressed. Keep it up. I also think of otters. I love otters. There you go. Otters. And then some long O words I think of. How about that? It's not a circle. It's an oval. Oval. I think of ovals. And then, gosh, I used to love wearing these. Overalls. Thumbs up if you have a pair of overalls. I don't anymore, but I do love them. Overalls. There you go. So those are some words that I think of when I hear the O sound. Can't wait to see your book and your items that you think of or objects you think of. All right, let's talk about your work. All right, friends. Well, today in Seesaw, you have an activity with CVC words. Those are those 3-letter words, and all of the words you're going to practice. I think it's a picture match, and of course, I want you to sound out the words and read them before you find the picture, so you know what picture you're looking for. They all have the short O sound in the middle, ah. So I wrote a couple down just for fun. So you'll see maybe this word right here. Now, maybe some of you know it just by looking at it, and some of you might need to sound it out. But really, 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 I want you to sound them out. See if you can hear the sounds and put them together. P-ot, p-ot, pot. Okay, so you'd find a picture of a pot. And then this one, of course, would be k-ot, 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 cot. You know, like a little bed, a cot. Anyways, practicing CVC short O sounds in Seesaw today. So that's your activity. I want you to get into Raz-Kids, do some practicing, some reading for 15 minutes. I want you to hop on that link of Jack Hartman singing about the letter O, help you get some ideas for your book. And then, of course, I want you to work on your letter book page, the O page. Let me find mine really quickly. There it is. You know it. The letter O makes me think of an uppercase O and lowercase o and owls. This is really important. This sentence right here, you should be writing that. You are almost a first grader. Your parents or helpers should not be writing this sentence for you. I assigned this because I know you can do it. So I want to see your writing. Deal? Okay. All right, so that's your O book. Let's talk about math. In your math book, your math journal. We did some of this last week. We did those little machines in and out. Today we're going to do more because out starts with the letter O. So your page looks like this. And if you can see on the first side, it says follow your teacher's rule. So here's my rule. I put the rule in. It's -3, subtract 3, take away 3, all the same thing. I want everyone to use -3. I also want you to at least try my first one that I put in. I put the number 5 in. So remember, I put 5 in the machine. I have to do the rule, take away 3, and what comes out? I'm not going to tell you. I want you to figure it out. The rest, you can put your own number in, but be careful. If you're minusing 3 or take away 3, this number you put in has to be bigger, larger, greater than 3, or it won't really work. So that's what I want you to do on my side. Now, on your side, I wrote some rules also. Let's see. You get to pick the rule. You could do a takeaway rule or a plus rule, adding rule, doesn't matter to me. You get to put all the numbers in. What numbers do you want to go into the machine? And you're going to have a partner put the numbers that come out of the machine. Your job, you have to check and make sure your partner was correct. So maybe a little star next to each one, so I can see that you double checked your partner's work. So you're working on numbers that are coming out of the machine in math today. Sound good? All right. What else? O is for one of my favorite places, the ocean. Today I gave you a special link, and it is to the aquarium in Seattle, and it is what they're calling a virtual field trip. So if you go on to the link, it will take you to the aquarium, and there is a gal that is leading a field trip just like you were there. And of course, you'll see creatures from the ocean in your field trip. Looked fun. Give it a whirl. See how it goes. And then let me know, or post a picture of you watching your field trip. You get to pretend like you're at the ocean. I wish we were all at the ocean together. Anyways, that is your O day. I hope you have a wonderful day. Post those pictures. I love seeing your work. Makes me feel happy. And I will see you tomorrow. Toodaloo.